At the edge of the sleepy town of Willowbrook, in a crooked little bookstore that always smelled like old paper and cinnamon tea, lived a black cat named Midnight. Midnight wasn't just any cat. She was the self-appointed guardian of the bookstore and possibly the universe, depending on the night. By day, she napped in the windowsill between chapters, but by night, well, that's when the real adventures began. It all started one unusually breezy evening. The moon was full, the stars twinkled like secrets, and Midnight was wide awake. She sat on the rooftop, tail flicking, staring at something very peculiar, glimmering light darting through the sky, zigzagging like it was lost. A falling star? A firefly with ambition? No, Midnight squinted. It was a moth, but not just any moth. This one sparkled like it had borrowed light from the moon itself, and it was flying in wild circle, panicked, confused, and headed straight toward the tallest tree in town. Now, Midnight didn't usually get involved in things that weren't her business, but something about this tiny, glowing creature tugged at her whiskers. With a leap, she was off, over rooftops and fences, through gardens and across the cobbled streets of Willowbrook. She followed the flicker of moonlight. She moved like a shadow, silent and sure, paws barely touching the ground. At last, she reached the old oak tree. The moth hovered near the top, trembling on the edge of a crooked branch. Midnight climbed. Higher and higher she went, until the wind whispered warnings and the ground looked like a forgotten memory. The branch swayed under her weight. The moth blinked at her, its wings dimming. Midnight crept closer. She didn't pounce, didn't swipe, just looked. And in that still, magical moment, the moth seemed to understand. It flapped gently, then drifted onto her nose. Just for a second, and just like that, it glowed brighter. Midnight watched as it floated up into the night, rising above the rooftops, twirling once around the moon and then vanishing like a wish fulfilled. She sat there for a long while, perched in the quiet, until the wind changed and the stars grew sleepy. Then she climbed down, made her way back to the bookstore, and curled up between pages 202 and 203 of The Stars Are Watching. She didn't need applause, didn't need anyone to know. But sometimes, when the moon was full and the air smelled of cinnamon tea, you could find her on the rooftop, again waiting for the next flicker of magic that might need her help. Because some cats chase mice, but others chase moonlight.